Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TQQQ Solutions. A super quick video just to answer the question of why is TQQQ, cut in half? Yesterday it was at highs of 152. Today we opened at 76, 77. Now we're at 75. Is TQQQ down 50%? The simple answer is no. If you look at SQQQ, which is the inverse ETF, this thing looks like it went from $6 to $32. We've talked about this. They announced this, right? TQQQ went through a stock split. SQQQ went through a reverse stock split. If you're part of Learn Plan Profit or Learn Plan Profit 2.0, you should know what a stock split is, right? For those that do not know what it is, SQQQ, what they did is they 5x'd their price per share, meaning they reduced the shares available by 5, right? So therefore, if you had 5 shares before at $6, you now just have 1 share at $32, and vice versa. If you previously had 1 share of 150 for TQQQ, you now have 2 shares at 75. I want to give you a dad analogy of this, and you guys can let me know in the comment section how I did. People are asking, what do I need to freak out? All this stuff. I would be more freaked out about SQQQ because anytime that they tried to make their price higher, that's when it's scary. Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, went through a stock split. Tesla went through a stock split. By reducing the price from 150 to 75, it makes it more accessible. And recently, it's really popular to do this so it gets traded more. It doesn't mean that it's going to, it just makes it more accessible. What used to be at 150 now is at 70. So maybe someone that couldn't buy 1 share at 150 can now buy 1 share at 75. Again, but really quick, what is this? This is one apple. Everyone's concerned about well, what does this mean for I had 5 shares of whatever, right? Of TQQ. Now I have 10. What does this mean? This is one apple, right? My dad analogy. Let's say this is TQQQ. This is one apple though, right? If I split it, right, and I cut it in half, it still makes up the same apple, but again, now I just have 2 pieces of it that make up that one apple. I know, it's a horrible analogy. I'm going to be a dad now, right? So I can get away with it. But again, if you had $300 invested in TQQQ, right? You had 2 shares before, and now you have 4 shares. Your $300 is still $300. Nothing has changed with that. Your trading platform, depending on what you use, some update quicker than others. It should update. You don't have to freak out. If you're using a paper trading account, it might not update depending on that paper trading account and the platform that you're using, but you don't need to freak out. I'm not worried about TQQ. Again, you have to understand TQQQ and SQQQ are based off of the NASDAQ market's performance. So it doesn't matter, TQQ is not going to be up because it's doing its own thing. No, it's based off of the NASDAQ performance. So I don't care if TQQ went through a stock split. Now I just have more shares, but I have the same market value of it, right? What I am concerned of is this moving average. On the 4-hour time frame for IXIC, which is the NASDAQ index, I want to see the NASDAQ break above the moving average. Until then, I will not add more to my position size. I don't care about TQ. It could be at $10 per share, right? And it can, I don't want it to go $10 per share. I'm just saying if it did a stock split and it went to $10 a share, those are normal. Look into those. Stock splits are normal, right? It does one about every year. It's an ETF. What is important is understanding what it correlates to. TQQQ responds to the NASDAQ's performance, not vice versa. When the NASDAQ market goes up, so does TQQQ. When the NASDAQ market goes down, so does TQQQ. That is what is important. So for the swing trading challenge, for the day trading challenge, whatever it is that you're doing, just take time. Whatever your plan was before, right? Whatever your plan was before, you just have to readjust. So the previous support level was at 145, but now it got cut in half, right? So again, it's just probably going to adjust. So at 145, the new price is 72.50. It was at 170. The new price is 85. And again, you just go down the list. Take 1 to 5 minutes. Restructure your plan. It's not that you have to replan out your entire trade, right? It just means that you have to adjust these numbers according to the stock split. Everything should essentially stay the same. Make sure you take time to accommodate this change so you're not surprised. Well, I didn't know, right? Because I wasn't familiar with these numbers, because I was familiar with 150. I don't want to hear that excuse. Take accountability, implement that structure, and hold yourself accountable. Again, I really hope that you learned something new about stock split. Hope that earned your thumbs up. Also, a quick little heads up for those that have been asking for new mouse pads. We just came out with these new RGB mouse pads for the day trader and this new Wall Street design of the bear and the bull. And yes, that is an RGB LED light across the entire mouse pad. It's 35 inches by 15 inches, so that's nearly 3 feet by over 1 foot. It's more like a desk pad since it's so big. But again, they're now available for pre-order. The third link in the description at shoptechbuds.com. Also, again, if you want to be able to watch me trade live every single day and work with me on a closer basis, you heard me talk about them. It's the Learn Plan Profit Group. It's the full A to Z video lesson library. They get to watch me trade live every single day. And again, that's that first link in the description. I really do appreciate you guys' time. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.